What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got a special treat today. One Piece 1135 is out. Now, normally I do my chapter review reaction content on the podcast, Blur It Out Podcast. If you haven't subscribe to it now. But since I expected this chapter to be coming out next year, and I already ended the season of the podcast on the last chapter, I figured why not go back a little bit, take it old school, and do a reaction on the main channel. I'm honestly still surprised this came out, especially this close to the end of the year. Normally we don't see a chapter until like the first or second week of January, but let's get on in it. Obviously we already have the cover here with Luffy on the front as usual. The amount of times that Luffy shows up on the front of this cover is insane. And also I really like the illustration here. It's almost like a cloth rendering of Luffy, and then everyone else is a bit more drawn. Also, I think the person on the top left, I saw like a PV for this, like a trailer for an anime possibly containing this. And I'm pretty sure it was Luffy's VA, and they were doing the gear second pose. Like some kind of One Piece Luffy reference, but I'm pretty sure it's like a made anime. I'm not entirely sure. I saw it on Twitter, scrolled past it after I watched it, and never looked back. I'll probably go back to it now that I see it on the cover here. 1135 Camaraderie Cups. And we got Tommy here beating up Hold'em. Man continues to catch L's. And it says, only child, Holy Shrine Pilgrimage. I'm stronger than I was before. You'll love to see it. It's interesting. It looks like the lion also got hit. I don't know when that may have happened. Like if she did a two-hit combo, or if it's just reflecting the damage Hold'em took to his face. But either way, this is what Hold'em gets. Again, still waiting to see if this leads to more beast pirates. I would like that development because that means more ulti and more other beast pirates, but we'll see. After itself, ooh, Bonnie. It looks like they're reading poneglyph. Like that looks like poneglyph writing. Bibelot is this library's master. So Bibelot's the owl. He's been here for hundreds of years. All we can see about the owl is he gigentifies any book that enters his territory. Okay, so the owl is the one that does it. So that kind of clears up a couple of things from last chapter, whereas the library's been here for a while. It wasn't necessarily created to mimic Ohara. It just exists, and I think Saul kind of over time built it up to look a bit more like Ohara. And as far as the gigentification, it comes from the owl. This also makes me think, because I was talking about last chapter that there's a lot of unexplained things in Elbaf where they're kind of attributed to magic or that it just happens. My guess is that this owl has a devil fruit of some description. But I guess the only way to really know is if like Vegapunk looks into it. New schools don't come to Elbaf. It's not part of the government, but sometimes the fishermen bring tiny papers back so we can read them. He must have eaten the rear. Okay, yeah, this is Lilith. This is exactly what I thought. The rear fruit and become a nurturing owl. To think even inorganic things can grow with his power. That's a perfect ability for a kingdom of giants. The rear fruit become a nurturing owl. So a parental fruit. That's what it sounds like. Interesting. Because when you rear something, you raise it. You raise it up. And it looks like he's very specific with what he chooses, since he's not rearing any of the people that enter here. It's just the inorganic matter. Which is even more interesting because Lilith seems surprised that inorganic things are affected by his power. So its primary purpose seems to be on organic things, and the owl is using it in the opposite way. Okay, interesting. Nostalgic, yeah, look at Robin. They have medical books here. Oh yeah, a few, but most of it was archaeological and historical works. Yeah, books to Elbaf. Always hard, so it can't be shrunk down. Can he reverse it? That'd be interesting to see if he can unnurture or unrear something. All right, looks like we're moving on to the kids. They seem to be having a good time. That swing looks really high. No, who this big-headed kid is, but he's not having a good time. Oh, I just noticed Usopp is hanging on to the horn. Usopp, Luffy, is Zoro here? No, he might still be on the ground somewhere, it looks like. I think he's still on the ground. This giant swing is the best. And then Nami beat him up. Can't you see that you're scaring them? Is Luffy the one who's swinging it? Well, it says push harder. I would imagine someone was pushing it, but I can see that Luffy's arm is on the rope. So he might be like guiding it a little farther than it's already going. Because Nami just beat him up for it. And they're doing the same thing that Momma used to do to Nami. Just run in a gird, run to her chest. Love and kindness. Sanji's over here noticing. That's his thing. That's his territory. Being a weirdo. Universal brat behavior. This is a bit of a letdown. Yeah, but it's not like a peaceful Elbaf's a bad thing. Clearly they want war. There you are, Straw Hat. Oh, who we got here? So much for peaceful. You're wide open. Oh, okay, Luffy. Looking clean. Is he about to gear third punch this child? Oh, wait, that's Elbaf's child. What was his name? Colin? I think it was Colin. Elephant gun. Yeah, Luffy's just straight with the box this child. Don't overdo it, you dummy. And even hit him. That's not the point. You're gonna be in trouble. It's good to know not everyone here is spineless. If he's a meanie, I hate violence. Why is Colin still trying to square up? Interesting. Oh, so cool. You're an emperor, all right. Oh, he was just testing him out. Just as bad. Yeah, Colin. Or it's spelled as in colon. I'm gonna keep calling him Colin. Calling him Colin sounds weird. Resident delinquent. Why do you have to pull this into school? I hate weaklings like you. So he's still hanging on to the old trend. A lot of these kids are rocking with the peaceful stuff. So it's like pretty much the entire generation of kids is all on the peaceful wave. Except for Colin. And I feel like Colin has spent a lot of time with Shanks, and that's probably why. Ooh, Ripley. Okay. Yeah, her stanced up like that. What's the scene? Solid first strike. Oh, so Colin is Ripley's kid. Okay. Why don't tell me all your favorites? Oh, your mom, Ripley Chan. If you're teaching us in the old ways, aren't you going to tell me the project for that sneak attack? Who is Papa Colin? Okay, so Ripley has a kid. Do you know my father's a human too? Oh. He used to be a pirate, but he didn't fear anyone, not even the warriors of Elbaf. Your dad's human. He's much stronger than me. Marriage is more informal because that age gap. He always said to be weird to make it official since he'd only be the one to grow old. Huh. So she married, so she had a kid with a human. Not officially married, but it's her husband. How does that work? And he's stronger. Now, this does make me think of Silhouette Person, but I'm intrigued. Well, even the library here is awesome. The books are huge. Oh, are we just not going to touch on that anymore? No, go back. I want to know more. If I want to talk with Saul a little longer, I'll meet you at the feast later. Let's go ready for 3 days straight, so we'll have plenty of time. I'm staying too. Got it. Don't worry about me either. I'm going to hang around and get my resident permit. Oh, little Bonnie. Let's go some business around here. This entire kingdom is on Adam Tree. Same kind of wood which the sun is made of. The Adam trees around the world, but the age of this one is off the charts. I want to learn more about the treasure tree while we're here. Okay, so it looks like we might be separating again. I see about maybe half of the squad staying here. And so we got Frankie, Chopper, and Robin staying here. Lilith and Bonnie are staying here. So Luffy, Usopp. I'm guessing Nami's gonna go as well. Where's Zoro at? We got something for y'all. There's a gird. Oh, a double page. This is excellent. Mark a word. Oh, did you get new drip? They got new drip. They got new drip. Strong already. How come you got closer sides? I like making him close for fun. That's all it is, I swear. Her and her obsession. Glad you like them. All right. We'll meet you guys at the village and they head back down on the floating ship. All right, let me eyeball the new fits here. Okay, okay. I like Robins. I like Robins. So this must be the library squad. Well, no, because I don't see Chopper here. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder why it's only these few. Oh, they didn't get the outfits originally. Duh, I'm just dumb. Everyone else already has an Elbaf outfit because of Road. So she has some extras for these. I see, okay. They head back down. And I'm trying to see who's all on this ship here. This is probably Luffy. That's probably Sanji. That's Jinbei. Brook. I'm guessing we're going to have Nami, Zoro, and Usopp as well. I'm guessing that's who all is on here. Let's go to the Western Village. What are you trips doing here? We guards can let you roam free, you know? Are you part of this riot crew? What business do you have in this country? Okay, so it's the Intruders. Looking for one called Loki. They're looking for Loki. Okay. I just want to see that criminal. Our country is for Griffith because of him. He's the king-slaying fiend who killed our King Harold. That's why the castle is so empty. Okay, so I thought it, when they arrived in the previous chapter, I thought it did look like an old castle, like an abandoned one. So this is the king's castle, which is interesting because that's where they teleported to. So I wonder if they have some connection with the king. Even though they're not world government affiliated, it seems like there's some kind of pathway to it. Or they randomly chose the king's castle, but I think it would make more sense because it's a king's castle to be related. Then will you tell me where he is? We can't do that. Off chance he uses you to escape. You won't tell me. Sorry, this is wait time after all. What's happening here? That's some sort of joke. Fog. It hurts. What's going on with him? He got dropped immediately. And like this person did something. I don't know if it's stabs or if it's the chick, but like it looks like there's some action coming away from the body, and then all of a sudden Bog is down. And he's in a lot of pain. This is what happens when you're too rude and prideful. He wasn't really asking before. This time I'm ordering you to tell me. Okay, we talking heavy. Western Village, Elbaf. This is where they're having the party. Only from East Blue, yeah, we finally made it. The Straw Hats are back. Always dreamed to come to the country of giants. The home of the world's greatest warriors. So we celebrating. Expecting you. After all, you small folk defended our pride. Years after we were fooled, and you saved us from being erased. Officially welcome you to Elbaf. Maybe small, but they aren't looking down on us. Here's to the great pirate Straw Hat Luffy, one of the 4 emperors, and his crew that took down the old monsters Kaido and Big Mom at Wano. Everyone's cheering. Navi's covering her ears. It's too much noise. Raise your camaraderie cups for the Straw Hat crew. Cheers. Kanpai! Alright, everybody's celebrating, having a good time. How is this going to get turned wrong? Oh, they're really living it up. It seems the Straw Hats have returned. Aren't you the giant that was caught in Sabondi? Yeah, Stanson. That's what it was with Rayleigh. I drew and told me about an umbrella. I knew it was great to brought us together again. Oh yeah, they're doing the refresher. Tell a friend that was captured while napping and brought to the auction house. Due to their incident, he was allowed to go free. It was him and Rayleigh. Luffy punching Charlos through them is hilarious. I see. I'm glad when we did help you. You're having fun. Only Yarl. That's old boy that was with the other old boy that Big Mom killed. This man is still alive? Well, it looks like we have some tiny guests. The giant's built like a mountain. We made it. The giant's the oldest one in the world, 408 years old. I feel like he's gonna die. Hey, there's a sword in your head, Gramps. Oh, this old thing? I'm lucky my helmet saved me, but it's going right through. Oh. So there's just a sword in his head. Interesting. Okay. What an interesting chapter to end the year on. Honestly, not as... It's not as hype as the previous one. The previous one had a lot of questions. This one kind of just exists as a chapter. It's still good, but it kind of takes away a little bit of the mystery. Because we were waiting to see what Stabs and this chick does. But we kind of get a glimpse deeper now, and it seems like they're gonna charge in and try and find Loki. Now, it doesn't seem like anybody has reacted to the hockey, which is questionable because we know that Luffy reacts to a strong hockey presence. So that either means that the teleportation circle does not use hockey, but something similar to it that looks like it, or Luffy just didn't recognize the hockey. Now, it's possible that he wasn't close enough, considering that he was still at the library when it happened, and he's only now just at the Western Village. I think even still, at some point, well, I guess Stabs didn't use any hockey, and it doesn't seem like the other person did either. So maybe there's nothing to detect at the time. We'll have to let that one play out. I do see a sword. And it looks like a cutlass or a rapier. which is leaning more towards it being stabs, but we still gotta wait and see. Otherwise, I think the craziest thing to come out of this chapter is the Ripley lore. Ripley being the mom to Colin and her husband being a human. That's really interesting to me. I wanted more on that. I want to meet the husband. For many reasons. I have a lot of questions about what's going on here. I wonder if it's similar to Whitebeard or even Big Mom, how they're human, but they're really big humans. I wonder if this is a similar kind of deal. I think even like someone like Whitebeard would probably be as big as Colin is, maybe a little bit bigger, but for them to be in love with a giant, that's a lot. It's a lot to work with. So I hope we go deeper into that, or at least I feel like we're going to meet the husband. That, or we've already met the husband, but I feel like we're going to meet the husband. There's a lot of interesting things that I think got set up this chapter. Like, we obviously have the two people that teleported in. They're moving into Loki. Based on the phrasing, it doesn't seem like they've interacted with Loki before. Considering, one, they don't know where he is, and the fact that they say it like the one called Loki. Whoever these people are, they're confident enough to take on giants with no issue. And I mean, they can fight without even needing to move. So the prevailing theory is that they're God Knights. And this is the God Knight that we've been kind of... Well, this is two God Knights. One of them is the one we've kind of been seeing like silhouettes and just teases of. The other one seems completely new. The owl. The owl is another thing that I'm interested in. I feel like that owl is going to be important at some point, other than just gigantifying things. But that is the chapter. Like I said, I think Jarl's gonna die. It seems like it's about his time. We might get some exposition on Big Mom at this point, considering they did mention that Luffy brought down Big Mom and Kaido. So Jarl might take some interest in that and want to go over it. Now, Jarl is really huge. I think we kind of got that point when we saw him first initially. But the fact that we have like other giants standing next to him and being like half his size or a third of his size is insane. Also, why is there just a sword instead? I don't remember if that was always there or not. I don't remember that being there with Big Mom. Which would mean that he got that like recently. In a recent fight, he got that. Meaning this man is still 400 years old and throwing hands. But yeah, a good chapter. A welcome surprise to end out the new year. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you reading along. Hope you have a happy holiday. See you in the next year. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.